Hello, it's Sandra with Bruce City Thrifts. Today we are at the Goodwill of Mukwonago, which is a town in the county west of Milwaukee County. And this one is a tricky Goodwill because they tend to know the vintage and collectible markets and price things up accordingly. So treasure hunting is extra tricky here, but we're going to see what we can find. Let's get in there and let's hit it. Starting with the tchotchkes, as I usually do at this Goodwill, doing a slow pan so that you can see what we've got on the shelves. Some collector plates in the tchotchke area, that's okay. First thing that catches my eyes is egg. It's hand painted and it's also a bell. I mean, it's got a little bell in it, so that's kind of nice. I'm sort of guessing it might be Russian, but just because it seems to have like a fairy tale theme to it, but there's no signature. And I'm sorry, my phone's a little not so great at getting things in focus lately. That's why I need a new phone. Anyway, it's a nice piece, but detail painting, but I decide I'm going to move on. This fish caught my eye. Just a nice piece of metal art. It's like a home goods kind of big box item, but it's nicely done and kind of sweet. Be nice in a lot of different areas, a pool house, a bathroom. Let's see what is next on the shelf for me to pick up. There's a little ship there. Oh, these are kind of interesting. I know a lot of people, they would love this. This is not my jam, but I thought they were kind of fun to look at. We've got what looks to be a hand-painted oil painting here among all the artwork, and it is a nice subject, mother and child. It's nice quality. It's signed. It looks like the name is K. Trigorica, and I don't know that artist. Decent frame. This could have been a miss, but I decided I didn't really want to mess with shipping it. So, and even though it's very nice, I do decide I'm going to leave it at Goodwill for somebody else. Honestly, haven't been finding a lot at this Goodwill, and then I see these two glass candlestick holders. It's a matching pair of two double candlestick holders with the lovely etching on the bottom. The glass doesn't feel ultra heavy. I think it's glass and not crystal, but it's a very nice design on both, and I'm going to think about that for a minute. That might be a decent pickup. Down on a lower shelf, here are some brass-looking candlestick holders. These are more contemporary. This does have some age. This is a nice ceramic jewelry box. Some sort of storage container, but with lovely 19th century medallions and some gilding. It's very nice. It's a very nice piece. I'm not feeling it super much today. And then I notice over here, that's an interesting looking candle holder. Again, super fragile for shipping. If I was really in love with it, I might do it, but there's some gilding loss, and I think somebody will just enjoy bringing that home for themselves as a treasure from Goodwill. So I noticed this plate, hoping it's a hand-painted plate of some kind. Definitely looks nice on the top. Does seem to be hand-painted, and it is Garden Delights plate. So it's a series, and I'm going to think about it for a hot minute. I also noticed this plate kind of looked blue oniony, but I don't think it is. I think it's a different, similar pattern. I decide I'm going to put the other plate back too. Down here, another hand-painted plate. Looks more contemporary though, and on the back it is Black Forest fruits. So Not, I mean, definitely something that someone, oh, and some chippies on the edges, but something that someone might really enjoy picking up from Goodwill. Today I decided I'm going to leave those on the shelf. Not seeing anything too excited. This looked like it could be Talavera, but they were melamine plastic. So those will stay here. This is an interesting design. Definitely has some age. There's quite a bit of crazing actually. It's an old durable and a big chip. Oh, it's too bad because I do like that design. We're already almost through the entire store and I still haven't found anything. Here is a figurine. Playful Mornings is the series, or I guess the title of this piece. It's artist made, but there's chips on the ears. Got a nice glass cake stand there, but pretty plain, not too much going on, just clear glass. Down here have what looks like a vintage pitcher, and then of course the crock really captures my eye. I do like myself a good crock. This one is USA made, some local potter maybe. I don't recognize the potter, but it is damaged and they're selling it as is for $6.99, so I'm going to have to leave that behind. But it's a nice one. No, there's the damage.
Aw, too bad. We struck out. It does happen sometimes. Rarely, but it does happen. So nothing for us today. I would say that the shelves were kind of bare for this Goodwill and not a whole lot of variety, just a lot of the same kind of stuff. So unfortunately, nothing for us today, but that means I'll probably have to combine this video with another one and hopefully one where I have better luck. So hi there, it's Sandra with Brew City Thrifts. Today I am at the Goodwill in Waukesha, one of my favorite Friday after work places. I only have one short hour to thrift, so I got a power thrift. So let's get in there and let's hit it.
You might remember from my past videos that the artwork and painting sections here go on forever and are a little intimidating to me. So I don't really spend a lot of time here. I usually don't have enough time when I'm thrifting to go through like every picture. But every so often something, and I'll kind of walk by slowly, and if something catches my eye, I'll pull it out. And in this case, I did find something to catch my eye, which was a signed drawing, and it's of a windmill, and I kind of like it. It's got information about the artist and the artwork, and it was right next to another signed drawing, different artist. This one is matted, and it's of downtown San Francisco, the trolley car, and dated 1977, so it's vintage. So both of those, and also had information about the artist on the back. So both of these caught my eye. They're in the zone for me, and I'm like, the price is right. I think I'm going to put them in my cart and think about them for a little while. And they're easier to ship because they have no frames. Moving into the tchotchke area, we're gonna pan first and take a look at all the things that we might pick up. Seems to be a good amount of variety. That's always nice. And so the first thing that I'm going to pick up is this. Oh, well, I was going to pick up that glass rhinoceros, but it's chipped. And then I noticed those ceramic face masks. This is a blingy photo holder. I just think things with enamel and rhinestones do well for me, so I do take a look at them. That's a pretty one, but I decided to leave it behind. Noticed this little jug. It seems to have a little bit of age, and it has a rooster on it. It's an oil jug. It's kind of nice. The cork is a little damaged. It was, I think, forgivable, but I just wasn't quite compelled. This, I was just wondering what it was. It's got the golf club shape, and the little hole makes me think it's, I'm gonna guess, a tie holder, some sort of, that's my guess. If someone out there knows better what that is, let me know, but that was my guess. We've got some Demdaco willow tree figurines, $4.99. That's a decent price. These things can go for pretty good returns still. People still collect them and look for them online. Every so often I'll pick one up. Today I decided to leave those and this one as well, the little angel. This looks to me like a 10,000 Villages stone carving. I do like some of their carvings. I do like the fact that they're quite abstract. That one does not compel me though today, and I do leave it. I was thinking this might be a piece of blue sky pottery. A little rabbit, but I don't see a signature or marking to let me know it's blue sky. And then I noticed down here this plate. It's metal. It's got a grapevine design, and on the back it does look to be Arthur Court. That may be something to think about, but no, I put it back. Among the boxes and tins, I'm usually looking for vintage British tins. This catches my eye. It's a little wooden box. It's got some metalwork. It's tiny. This style box I really like, and I do move them. They're just practical fun. This one you can use for your littles, and it's just a nice little box. I think I'm going to take that with me for $1.99. Well, here's something I kind of like. It's a set of bookends, extra heavy. I think these are chalkware, and they have a little bit of age from their bottom, but maybe not that old. May not be vintage, but they've got sort of a classic design. So I'm going to put those in my cart and think about those. Heavy to ship, but still might be worth it. These are a pair of hand-painted glasses that are kind of nice. I was hoping that was more of a crock, but it's a candle warmer back there. This has some hand painting on it. It's not really, seems like the best quality. This is a little handmade cup. It's signed. It's got a nice glaze on it. I think I might like this. That's something that I think could be useful. So I'm going to put it in my cart and think about that too. I thought that might be a little bit of an older ceramic piece, but it isn't. It's more contemporary. But this has some age, and it is in that style I really like, which is distressed metal objects painted white. I love that look, and unfortunately it has a damage on it. Next to it is this silver piece. It's heavy. It's by Pottery Barn. They're asking $20. I think this may be a wine chiller. It's a little dented, and for $20 I'm gonna have to pass, although Pottery Barn is a good brand to look for. And then this caught my eye. I'm kind of partial to butter trays. Ceramic butter trays, I just like them. And this one seems like a nice serviceable piece. I think for the price, $2.99, I'm gonna put that in my cart. Looking to pick up boxes, decorative boxes. One of the things I'm looking for is Punch Studio boxes. This one looked a little plain. I just kind of thought, oh, maybe this would be a nice holiday box, and then I turned it over and it is Punch Studio. I look for Punch Studio all the time and rarely find it. I found it a couple times in a row, and so I'm really excited to have this box. It's coming with me. Among the planters and some vases. This caught my eye. This looks like maybe an older crock, but the more I look at it, the more I realize I think it's just made to look old. It's called Josephine's Famous Marmalade Broxburn, and on the bottom, I can't quite get a bead on it. The sticker is covering the label. I think it's contemporary, so move on. And I noticed this cat vase. It's cute. The design is adorable. Again, more contemporary, maybe more like a Target piece. This looks handmade and it looks to have some age, but it also has a chip on the rim. Back here, I notice another piece that looks handmade. It is. It's not super exciting to me. Let's see, that possibly had some age. Back here, there is a nice hand-painted floral pot. This is an FTD piece. It's nice. I would love for some FTD things to become more collectible because some of them are really quite nice. Maybe I should just sort of look online and see how those are doing nowadays. This pretty blue vase on a lower shelf has some hand-painted gilding and golden touches. Next to it, this vase, now this is not anything super special, but I just like it. I like the shape. It's a classic shape, and I like the fact that it's a sort of a textured black glaze on it, and I feel like for the fall and Halloween coming up, that's a piece that might actually move quicker than you might expect. Still in the vases area, I am noticing on a lower shelf that planter that was more contemporary. I like the design on this. Again, nothing too special. And then finally, this is a hand-painted piece. Some nice hand-painted flowers. And okay, good, we're getting somewhere. This is an Emerson pottery piece. And so that's a notable potter. I feel like this is something that I can move online, so that's going to come with me too. Over here among the china sets, I noticed what looks to be maybe a blue onion type of design on a plate. Turning it over, it says worldwide quality Nordic blue Japan. No, I don't think that's not worth picking up. That I believe that's more of a knockoff. Then I noticed this little container. It happens to be white stone, like a quartz. And I love things made out of stone. I really actually kind of love the simplicity and clean lines of this. I think that's really pretty. Definitely a quartz stone, and that is coming with me for sure. Back on the shelf, I noticed this, what looks to be a hand-painted plate. It may be transferware, but it's a very sweet design. The bees with the yellow and gray coloring. It's Royal Norfolk from Japan. It's not going to bring a lot of a return on eBay, but I do think it's a very sweet pattern. Then I noticed this piece here. It has some hand painting, and it's an ashtray, so I'm thinking it's got some age. Turning it over, it's a Villeroy Boch piece. Okay. Yes, that is definitely going to come with me. Ashtrays can be repurposed for lots of different things, and I'm taking that. Among the coffee pots, teapots, etc., this one was pretty cute. It is British. It says my very own teapot, Whittard of Chelsea. So if you're into British tea time, there's a pot just for you. Over here is another teapot that has some, I think it was hand painted. Down here, this one is being sold as is. It is a Sadler teapot, and that is a good brand for teapots. It's got some nice hand painting, but it does have some damage, so we're going to move on. I like the design of this one. This looks kind of art deco. It has a little chip in the spout though. And then this one has a lot of design, a lot of gilding, and looking at the bottom, it is another Sadler teapot. It's an English teapot. It's got a very kind of, I don't know, this would be at home, I think, in a Victorian parlor, perhaps. It's not that old, but I think that this might be something that I can flip. Well, it is cart review time. We have with us today my big hand in the way. We have this Villeroy and Boch ashtray, hand painted. You can use it for paintbrushes. You can use it for utensils. It's can be used for other things. Underneath it is that Punch Studios storage box or decorative box. Then we've got the Sadler hand painted teapot from England. You've got the terracotta Emerson Creek Pottery hand painted floral planter. We've got this beautiful white quartz stone storage jar. This black vase is fairly contemporary, nothing too special, but I'm thinking ahead to Halloween. These bookends in the style of the pine cone with acanthus leaves, I decide to leave behind. They're super heavy and they don't bring too much in return. This nice little handmade pottery piece, I'm going a little too fast. These two pottery pieces, the little cup and the butter tray, are both coming with me. Here's the little box I picked up right at the beginning with the little embossed design. That's coming with me too. And finally, these two pieces of original art, I do decide to leave them behind just because I like them, but I didn't love them, and art doesn't move very fast for me. I figure I might actually end up with it for a long time, so I have to kind of love it.
So we did find a couple of things. It was a little disappointing, to be honest, because at this Goodwill, I often can fill my cart. Didn't quite get there this time, but we did find some nice older pieces. Hope you had fun coming along with me. Like my channel, subscribe, and comment, please. Tell me what you're on the lookout for. We'd love to know what you're hoping to find when you're treasure hunting. Like my channel, subscribe, come back, and thrift on.